Okay, let's get this Skyrim stream started by booting up this. Just remembering I press the streaming button. By booting up Skyrim, there it goes. Now, the title and the description of this stream reference. YouTube's demuted. Why does it do that? You know, if you mute YouTube, there's generally a reason why you've done it. You know, you're just watching images, or you're not necessarily wanting it to go onto bloody volume on its own. And I don't think anyone will think, oh, this is broken, there's no sound. You've got to be pretty thick to realise it doesn't. But no, when it demutes itself, ugh. Anyway, back to the subject. The title and description don't reference Solstheim, that's not been started yet. It references, of all the things, the Creation Club. Q groans. Now, obviously it's got free ship. I've managed, hopefully the patch I found for that stops it auto-starting. Finally, a use for the ESL format. But the Saints and Seducers one, so far, you know, I've had a bit of a play around with it. Not too much. I've done the main bit of it. I haven't done the side bits. And, you know, it's very Oblivion. And it also highlights something. Despite Legacy's claim that its stuff is better than the Creation Club, I would like to point out Jigalag's sword. The Creation Club one looks pretty much exactly as it did in the Shivering Isles DLC for Oblivion. The Legacy one does not. It looks barely anything like it. It's the wrong colour, it's the wrong style. These were not there when I started. Well, now, the question is, where the fuck is restart? Okay, he's not... Okay, he's... Okay, so he's not at Markarth. He must be at Whiterun. Back to Whiterun. But the... You know, I spent... You know, I kind of wanted Saints and Seducers, and I thought as a Christmas gift to myself I would get it. And I also got some other stuff along as well. 3,000... when I went on to the Bethesda Funbooks page just to confirm the pricing for today, $18.99 for 3,000 Bethesda Funbooks. Not too bad, you know. I'm not American, I don't live by the terrible value of the dollar. But, you know, I am British, I live by the actually quite good value of the pound, contrary to what anti-Brexiters say. And guess what? As soon as Brexit was done, pound shot back up. You know, as soon as it got confirmation that yes, it's actually going through, it actually shot right up, so it clearly wasn't an issue. It was just the uncertainty that the idiots caused, saying it would be an issue. So, moving on from that. And, you know, that's not too bad a value. You know, it's not good by any definition, but it's Skyrim. If I can justify it on my pound per hour value that I assign to games. Many games don't make it. Skyrim's more than made that back, so I have no qualms about it. And oh my god, how many fucking wolves! But I'm quite happy. I'm very happy with the quality of the assets, and strangely, I had to download it's the one time I've actually had to download an update for the Creation Club. And I'm still running the old EXE, I'm still running like 0.39 last digits. You know, it's like I'm still running whatever the current one is, but 0.39 rather than 0.9 something. Which means that, you know, because the EXE didn't change, all it does is get a version number update. And I think it's more for the sake of Steam than anything else. Doesn't actually accomplish anything, but... you know, barring that. But I had to download the update file, and I'll tell you what, it's not because it was not because it was needed for actually any of the new, for anything else. It was specifically needed for the Saints and Seducers creation. Ugh, I hate calling them that. Can we just call it Creation Club content? It was specifically made for Saints and Seducers. And the reason why is the new tile set. It's not a particularly large tile set, but it's not just like 1 bit either. It's like enough to make a dungeon out of. The sort of Eltria Cave tile set they added is not part of Saints and Seducers, weirdly. It is actually part of Base Skyrim Special Edition. Specifically, the update.esm file. A noble on a horse. You know what happens when we see noble on a horse. Bolt in horse, bolt in noble's butt, bolt in useless guard. Noble on a horse dealt with. Moving on. To claim the crap. Now, a lot of people, shit on the Creation Club for. Yes, it is overpriced. I'm not gonna get in. That's undeniable. But it's not as overpriced as any online games microtransaction store. Just let that sink in. It's not actually that overpriced compared to other things of its exact kind. It's not actually as overpriced as it seems, but it is overpriced, undeniably so. But it's also not as overpriced as everything else in its exact type. Skooma dealer.
Greeting, the finest skooma. No need to get so hostile.
It always amuses me intimidating your orc for skooma. But, ignoring the price, and there's so many limitations on the format, which seems to mandate that the quest has to auto-start, which is really annoying, and actually, especially in Fallout 4, actually leads to a bug referred to as the out-of-time bug. But basically, there's so much shit the Creation Club starts, because there's so much more of it for Fallout 4, and most of it, it all has these crappy start on Gameload or finished card-gen quests. It's actually causes like a bug where nothing loads properly and the game sort of fails. That's not a good, clearly indicative of they haven't actually tested this shit together in the quantities. So, but hence why there's two people, one for the Fallout 4, one for Skyrim, who have made patches that they not only delay the start of the Creation Club quest, but they move the auto start completely and replace it with a trigger based thing when you're near the location that it would normally start, which is a lot better. I did get the free Umbra mod, for example, even though for some reason it's like the Saints and Seducers stuff is disturbingly faithful to Oblivion. And when I say disturbingly, I mean like it's pretty much exactly the same, just much higher quality. While the Umbra mod is a bit weird, even though it's like clearly a weapon like everyone remembers from Oblivion because it was the best base game sword. It's a case of it, for some reason, it's a two-handed weapon. No, I can't understand the logic behind that one either. Also, apparently, I haven't got it, but apparently the Goblins Creation Club item, the dungeon in it, is apparently an almost one-for-one rip off of the very first Oblivion dungeon where you encounter goblins, which I think is actually a really nice touch. Yeah, it's nice to see like they're bringing back things from like, you know, Oblivion. Like because it's like Oblivion was like Skyrim has Dragonborn, which is basically Little Morrowind. It doesn't have much of Oblivion. And I think it's nice they're bringing some bits of it back, even although high price tag. Another thing the Creation Club seems to fail at is voice acting. That seems to be another thing that they're bound to not having. And Saints Introducers does do it a little more tastefully than some of the older stuff, in that it does have, like, there are NPCs you interact with, but they only spout vanilla lines. Which is better than repurposed vanilla lines, which is better than nothing. But it's still, it's a case of, I believe it's down to localization. Basically, Bethesda can't be arsed to hire the voice actors for every country. They've got the strings file in various different languages, but clearly they couldn't be bothered to do it for the Creation Club content. Lost my train of thought there. The item. There's one thing that's actually has been consistent throughout Creation Club for the most part, apart from the early Fallout 4 stuff, which was pretty bad. Is the asset quality has always been pretty high. It's always been as high as anything in base game, if not slightly higher. And being honest, it's actually a lot better quality than most mods. Most mods fall into two categories. There are typically either quite shoddy, like they don't match up to vanilla standards, or they're like ridiculously overpolished, and they stand out because they don't fit at all. Like they just stand out because they're a little too good. Like they were made for a different game.
It is all in this note.
Which I think is from the Thieves Guild. Really? I know dragons are dodgy, but still. Oh, of course he sells those free ones. I put Revised Edition, so I know the difference in the ones that Legacy re-adds. You know, because they were originally like they were Oblivion books. They weren't. Yeah, they aren't new. And they've also got typos in them, hence Revised Edition. Because, like, I think they were just literally copied straight from Oblivion, which means that they never had the quality pass on them, because Oblivion was like, you think Skyrim was like not bug tested, just look at Oblivion. It's like the very definition of not bug tested. Is this? I've actually run out of crap before the vendor ran out of money? Nonsense is this. That is supposed to be a once-a-day power, by the way. It's everything's set up to be. Which can I send you home? I'm probably running an old version off it, doesn't have the right power. Because like Skyrim's really funny without update shit. There we go. I know where the first one is, it's just around here. But and it depends which hold you're in, because there's one. You know, if you resides at Whiterun, you're pretty close. If resides at Markov, you're actually a billion miles away. Why was a bandit chief just walking down the road? I mean, he's dead now, but why was he just walking down the road? On his own. Moving on. But no, there's like, I don't, like a lot, you know, oh, and Legacy, it updated V5. You'll note that if I ever get round to going to the museum in Solitude, which I probably will to dump crap, because like the final part after the stage introduces main quest does take place in Solitude, you'll notice that my museum is still, and I'm using air quotes here, small museum, the old V4 one, and that's for two reasons. One, it would be a faff and a half to upgrade to V5. Two, I have seen V5's museum revamp. It is a fucking cathedral. It is so grotesquely oversized, with so much wasted space that the actual creator himself has a supplementary mod that allows you to add displays in a load of the empty spots, which to me says one thing, is like it's poorly designed and it is way too cavernous, and it takes up like half of Solitude now. It's ridiculous. You know, the V4 and earlier one, at least that museum doesn't take up the entirety of, like, it doesn't dwarf the Blue Palace or Castle Dower. The new one dwarfs Castle Dower, which takes some doing.
Luck has shined down on me and made me a rich woman. Here is your cut, as promised. Good luck out there.
Okay, that's weird. My Sharkling? Is it... I'm thinking maybe it's because she's in light armor? And because I technically have one piece of armor with the Nightingales, because my no helmet option, which was designed for followers, but I use it as well. That was designed... That does have, like, all the tags of all the material. So basically it's all light armor, or all heavy armor, depending which one it is. But I know on my main that has like level 100 something main. That I was playing around with Saints Institute, so I'm just getting a general gist of it, so I wasn't doing my first time on Creation Club stuff on that noble on a horse. Because fuck noble on a horse. But back to it, Legacy's new museum is like... I actually went out my way to look, because like, the screenshots were doing it very much justice. So I looked into it, and it's like... I looked at like the preview video he did off it, and it was awful. It's just this cavernous space. And it would look out of place even in Oblivion, where like the Jarl... you know, equivalents, accounts, their castles were kind of huge, but that museum would look out of place even there because it's so huge, and it's to the point where like you can't even see the displays. It's so big. Like, think the planetarium. Okay, I've never shown that off, so don't think of that because most people have probably never seen it. But think like. What's the biggest build in Skyrim? Oh, yeah. Okay, let's think of Jarl Hut. Think of that, but as a big circle, so, like, corner to corner, you know, side to side, because that's pretty much like a big X shape. So think of that, but bigger. You know, that's just one hall. It's so grotesquely oversized. Looks like the Khajiit script. I think these gangs have like a really high odds of Khajiit, because I've seen hundreds of bloody Khajiit here. Like, way more than I would find anywhere else. That's supposed to be in the cage. Oh, and it came with rare curios, which actually it does, at least with Saints and Traducers, does actually implement itself pretty well. That's the side quest starter. Might as well 3D Altria. Even though it's supposed to be in a cage. And yes, that is a new noise. Yeah, where do I send you? I think I want to send you Honeyside just because it's like sort of ironic. Because they produce something similar to honey. And yes, it will just trigger every bloody bear trap it walks over. And there's another one, but I forgot to pick it up in my main. But no, it's like there's mania dementia, like Altria nymphs. It's nice enough that I know it's technically a reskin spider, but I'm going to point out that it only actually has 6 legs. So at least, clever use of the skeleton there. Now, where was the other camp? I can't actually remember where. Oh yeah, it was like right. It's basically the right opposite end of Resard's route. He had a waste of space that his calf wasted. And I am sick of seeing the night. But moving on. But look at Legacy says no, we're not going to bother patching Creation Club because most mods are better anyway. Most items have Legacy already includes them, and most of the mods are better, even though they actually aren't. A lot of the Legacy stuff is like, you can tell that some of it's just a recolor of a vanilla asset, which looks like ass. And speaking of ass, fucking hell, you forget how absolutely enormous that ass is. Watch the giants go, and then I'm gonna whack my axe up their butt. Why are there like loads of werewolves out in the day, of all things? Of all the places to find werewolves, daylight is not one of them. That's a bit bizarre. Sometimes you do just wonder how the hell Skyrim's random systems work. Need my sweet, sweet giant's toes. Giant, come back! Stop running away, you coward! Back, you coward! I need your toes. Also, if you're wondering why the body looks a little different, I did sort of rebuild all my Creation Club ones. I built them to be a bit more reliable. And something I found out, the one Creation Club armor that I have, that was not built by Bethesda, but was actually built by a modder, guess what? That's the only one that doesn't actually conform to the vanilla body shape properly. For some reason, the arse on it was like really tiny. It was like super narrow. I never really noticed at first because, well, I'm pretty sure I trialed it on something with quite an exaggerated butt like this. Because the Sharkling has a huge butt, but for some reason, it's like the only one that wasn't Bethesda made was the one that happened to be the one that does not conform to the actual body properly. The upper body did, the upper body conformed fine, but for some reason the lower body was like super pinched. It's like someone had basically chopped the butt, like the hips off completely. It was ridiculous. You know, it was really quite noticeable, but it's not something you'd notice in Body Slide. So I've adjusted the template I used. It basically gives Vanilla Body a bit more butt, because its butt's a bit narrow. You know, it's like I'm a bit more refined butt, and obviously bigger breasts, because like, fuck it, I'm not being a pancake. You know, because for some reason, like, Vanilla Bethesda Body is like really pancakey. It's like pancake. It's horrible. See, I corrected the butt on this. I might have gone a bit too far, but for some reason, like, think vanilla, but like take the butt and make it about as wide as the chest is. Yeah, for some reason it was like really narrow on that armor. It's nice to see that it's working in the randomized level list I set up. You know, she's got no gloves, and there is a chance that it'll still spawn in like the vanilla robes. Well, it gets lower at the higher level. Just makes him a little more distinct, rather than steel plate and the boots and gloves and the robes. That's it. You know, I adjusted the bodies, and it works pretty well with anything built to a vanilla body shape. Except, obviously, I'm going to have to come up with a bit of a tweak for the Sky Oblivion one, because they released their steel armor recently. I haven't got it installed, I don't see the point. You know, I don't... You know, it's like... I'm having... You know, it's something I'm saving for Sky Oblivion. You know, it's only a one-off set as well, it's kind of pointless. And it's not an ESL, so I'm a bit hesitant to have it, because it doesn't actually... You know, it's just one set of armor. But if he's on Shrine to the Pilgrimage to the Shrine of Azura, he is heading the completely wrong way. Ooh, butterfly. But there was something I noticed with that, and it is unfortunate, but it's still better than Oblivion, I guess. In that they seem to have, at least with a heavy armor, they have gone for man body, as I will refer to it. I mean, they have actually bothered shaping the butt, you know, because the butt was the same size as vanilla butt, so there was that, but with my template on, it was still flat as a pancake. But basic, very quick testing, I was just playing around, just seeing if it would work. And found that, like, all I had to do was set like the flatness to like minus 100. And that would sort of fix it to like the same level as everything else. So, even though it's like much flatter than anything vanilla, it's still like fixable. It's not like actually using the male mesh like Oblivion did, which was awful. Because some of Oblivion's heavy armor, some of them had actual female armor, even though it had man body syndrome. I think like the Imperial armor did. But some of it actually was like the only, like, the women's armor was the man's armor. There was actually just no difference in the mesh. Sort of like how power armor worked in Fallout 3 and New Vegas, which was bad. Because your shoulders suddenly gain twice as much size. It's awful. Yeah, because I'm just going to manually convert all my Sky Oblivion armors, because I've ended up modifying the UMP body anyway, because all that really did was just, I think it enlarged the butt slightly and narrowed the waist, which gave the impression of a larger body, but, you know, breasts, but it didn't actually do much. You know, I'd rather just, like, modify it all from the same, and that way it's consistent. Same with Skyward, I'm just going to do it manually. It's gonna take a fucking age, but and one rule I've made is do not make any changes to the neck, the arms, or the legs, because that's where clipping can occur.
Oh well, must have run off. Can't be too careful these days.
Okay, I know he's vanilla, but where? Because he's... I don't think... Is he Markov? Because I thought Koznak was the hireling of... Ooh. Floating grass, moving on. I'm pretty sure Koznak was the one for Markov. Maybe he's there as well. Who knows? Who really knows? It's one of those things is like, who actually knows? Okay, so there's a little waste of space car for wasting. There's a cliff, that's where the bandit camp is. Whee! Splat. 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 No one ever said jumping down cliffs was safe. But yeah, we said it was fun. Oops. It's a goat. Must be Goat Bridge. It's quite a tall bridge. You know, Sky Oblivion released that for Christmas, which I think was a nice gift from them. It's not. It's very nice armor. Oh, fuck's sake! Nope. I am at. As soon as the stream is over, before I have a chance to think, I am going to destroy Noble on a horse. Because I did remove it. But clearly there's like male Noble on a horse and female Noble on a horse, and I only disabled the male one. It's so omnipresent. What is it, like the third one today? It's such an omnipresent encounter. I'm also going to check. I seem to recall having a silver hand encounter, random encounter where they were hunting me down on my main, and they were all in like Nordic armor. So I'm thinking maybe have a look in that, see if I can't get them using the silver hand armor. But chance wouldn't surprise me if the ambush one is a case of they use vanilla bandit level this rather than the special silver hand one. Yeah, I think these guys are preset. I don't think these are random. And they have got different... I think they have actually got like, different faces from vanilla as well. Yes, live to see tomorrow. What is this? Whee! Splat! Oh, but hit a bone crunch. Wow, he actually hit me. I looked in the creation kit just to get the values of this, and it seems that the Golden Saint and Dark Seducer stuff, it is medium, it is light and heavy, just like it was in Oblivion. You know, the Golden Saint stuff is peculiarly heavy, while Seducer stuff is light. And it seems roughly equivalent to the Dark Seducer stuff. I think it's like, I don't think it's actually equivalent because it's not as good as a glass, I don't think, but it's better than, it's slightly worse than glass, but I think it's still better than, it's much better than Elven. While the Golden Saint stuff is equivalent to Nordic. It's like, so pretty good stuff actually. It's not best stuff, but it's also not the worst. Is that the wrong one? No. Kinfolk. Files journal, there we go. Pause the stream if you want to look at it. Can't even do that yet because you've got to go to the other two camps first. So might as well grab Yalti's sword while I'm here. I mean, it's still blast from the past, isn't it? Helping an old ghost bring back his mate's sword.
Now cast.
Yeah, but the Sky Oblivion armor is nice. It's a good quality item. It just suffers from like bloody pancake syndrome. And if you want to see how painful that is, you can have the armor bulge out a bit more to actually contain your breast, because otherwise it's like a corset. And as anyone who's actually worn a corset would know, they are agony. Thankfully, I have simulated the effect for a brief second by just compressing, and it hurts. Do not do it. It's like you do not want to be like that for a long time, or even a short time.
Hold. Now cast.
Oh no. First warning is...
Put you down.
Oh, might as well show it off. Conjuration. Oh, wrong one. That's... Although I did work the old... Oh no, it's gold the same, wasn't it? Did actually... I know, I've only picked up the scrolls of shittiness, haven't I? Now, someone a real one. Tasteful decision. Rather than using the vampire voice lines like Immersive Creatures does, again, a case of mods are better. Yeah, if anyone ever says mods are better, I would like to really point out how fucking awful the quality on them is. Yeah, they're a retextured up vanilla mashup armor. But these, they use zombie voice lines. Listen. Which means that they don't speak, which is a bit different than they were in Oblivion, where they, one of them, I can't remember, I think it was a Dark Seducer, would always scream out Mazkin, which was always a bit weird. I think it literally was We Are Mazkin. But it always seemed to scream that out, but it's better than having them use like a vanilla voice set that just does not fit. I swear I've cleared this place out before. Oh no, my sneaky skills are not very good. One dead dry heart later. Oh, with Rare Curios, I also did a few implementations on my own to work nicer with Immersive Creatures. You know, because some of Immersive Creatures stuff, just like, it didn't work right. There it is, Yalti's sword. Because it's a replica. Yeah. Oh no, not the bear trap. That should actually really hurt, but they don't. They're kind of pathetic. You know, bear trap's like really quite a powerful spring, and a really nasty metal spike to go clump into your leg to immobilize a bear. Oh my... Oh, there's what's... What weather's this? Oh, bizarre weather. Since we're at Mark, I might as well clear up those 2 quests. Yeah, we're here, we might as well. Yeah, we're in Markarth area. Don't come right here often because it's kind of the arse end of Skyrim. Kind of like Winterhold. Yeah, there's nothing else nearby, but Markarth is very much a dead end. So I might as well do it while I'm here. I'm glad Sky Oblivion's going along well, because it's like it would be the biggest. Oh, so that's where she landed. Sky Oblivion was, will be probably the. Even though like I've never really played Morrowind properly because I've always been put off by its horrible, absolute dated mechanics. And its fugly graphics, and Oblivion was a rough-ass port, like rougher than a bear's arse. But, I've always been put off from it for several reasons. But, I want to play it, but it won't have. I don't think Skywind will have the same hit for me like Sky Oblivion will, because, well, there's only one. You can only have one first Bethesda RPG, and my first was Oblivion. It will always have a special place, and since they're using, thankfully, the original voice acting, it will continue to be laugh riot that it was, because Oblivion's voice acting is hilariously bad. To the point where I'm pretty sure it was done intentionally. Because there's no reason in hell why Oblivion's voice acting should be so funny bad at times. Like it's deliberately hammed up. And the Shivering Isle stuff isn't anywhere near as ridiculous either. Like, it's always toned down. I mean, it's still humorous, but then again, the whole tone of Oblivion's quite funny. There's a lot of very strange place names that are clearly a joke. Like, juniper berries are so hard to harvest. I can never find my way into bloody Markarth either. Let's get well and truly lost. Ooh, hanging moss. The ooh flowers reflex. Ooh, take the flowers. Oh no, a first wanted. Something that bugs me a little is, like, even though in Special Edition they actually went through all this extra effort to put like 1 million more harvestable flowers down, and yet they couldn't be bothered to integrate like the yellow mountain flowers from Dawnguard. It just bugs me. They're not. Oh, probably Miner's Bit of Dust. It's one of those things that just bugs me a little. It's like, when they went down placing all these things, and like Special Edition, you can't have it without Dawnguard. I guess technically you could unload Dawnguard, but why would you? I mean, yes, it is a buggy mess, but why would you? It doesn't actually impact much. The bugs in Dawnguard are contained to Dawnguard, at least. It's just one of those things that just doesn't. I don't really get why. It seems like one of those odd decisions. Like, they put all these extra flowers down, but they couldn't put a yellow mountain flower anywhere, which... it's not an exotic thing, it's just a yellow flower. It's not like exotic stuff you only find in, like, Ashlands of Morrowind, for example.
You're that one from
You know, the weird shit like Gleam Blossom, sure, keep that restricted, but like, why is a yellow mountain flower so rare? It's a flower. Of a type found in Skyrim in grotesque quantities, as we found out. I get the feeling this area was designed for something, but... Or is it just there for guards to go up here to stand here like a lemon? Yeah, because this area's definitely got some style to it. It's got the murder hole. It's, you know, it's got a bit of something going for it, but it's just like, wait, there is something in here. There's a little resupply shed and the way down in case you fell in the river. I'm getting the feeling that this was supposed to be used in something because it seems a little just odd that like the only bit of detail is here. I just get a distinct impression this was meant to be used for something, and not just an area for guards. Probably Civil War related. A lot of shit was cut regarding that. I mean, it was supposed to be where you ran out through Whiterun sewers with the old Algrove, and he had to swim at some point, which is, you know, but they cut the shit.
My favorite drink. But they've got a treasure in there. Well, let's not put. Nah, you'll be helping out.
Yes, I'll just take it.
Need something?
Oh, goddess. The guard line has arrived. They've all taken the same route. I can't get a clear shot at him. Well, no one seems to give a shit that this guy's got a bolt in his neck, so...
Bloody enough for you, outsider? Then you found your home, friend. Blood and silver are what... Jarl is who you... As long as you don't mind going axe to axe with a bunch of Daedra...
I get the feeling he was supposed to approach you. That's just trying to tell us that, like, Forsworn conspiracy. Guard tower, I've never actually seen a guard anywhere remotely near. Somewhat ironically.
God might get nervous. A woman approaches with a weapon.
Oh, they're going to patrol the Temple of Debella, though.
True what they say about you and Dark Brotherhood.
What do they say about me and the Dark Brotherhood? How do those rumors fly when no one knows? Temple of Debella, do not touch anything. It's just like a disgusting place. Ugh. Yay. Bella just bugs me, no end. you know, Sanguine is actually less harmful, and yet Sanguine is a Daedra. Oh, it's so slow.
Lead us to your Sybil.
Oblivious. Look how oblivious.
Debella, guide us.
I love how oblivious NPCs are. Like, sneaking makes you invisible. No one ever said that when an NPC bumps into you that they don't know, they actually will notice. God, I thought I was just Oblivion, but no. Skyrim's NPCs are just as oblivious. Even though we're not allowed in here. They're not catching me because they're useless. Oh, sneakers broke. Really? They locked it again? Damn these dwarven doors. Seriously though, how did they not notice?
I'm sorry. The Temple of... It's so good to see you again. The sisters are communing with the... You'll have to come back another time.
Yes. Ugh. It even look... Oh. Don't want to look at it. Don't even want that blessing. Where's Dirty Degain? Where is my dirty friend? He hasn't died, has he? I mean, the notion he could be down is this Sidnoth? Yeah, that's Sidnoth. Maybe Dirty Degain's in the Warrens?
Can I help?
Maybe?
The Warrens isn't a place for your type. What do you want? Until next time.
Let's Kirby. Only work. What's next?
You don't want to be here. Don't know anyone here who doesn't have rattles or a taxi.
Even though this is Boomtown, this is actually a surprisingly nice Boomtown. I mean, they have their own little room and with a locked door and everything. You know, in terms of Boomtown, that's actually quite a nice place. You know, they have a roof over their head, they have their own private room. Or, you know, you could be in Riften and living in the Ratway, where you don't have either. Yeah, it's kind of a better life than most of the bums.
I'm gonna be a silversmith.
Holmes.
Like my
I
mother.
said Holmes, you... Give it to me quickly, before they see us together. You've riled up the priestesses and the guards. Here's your share. Nicely done.
Wait, how has this bum got money?
How about a septum? Wait, make that 2 septum. Finally. Now get lost. Come on, you outsiders always... Oh, thank you. Divine... Got any ale or meat?
God, he's a miserable fuck. Yeah, have some honey brew. Have the good stuff.
Bring more gold next time. Yes? Hmm?
Miserable fuck.
Try to haggle with me. Buy or leave. The secret to chopping meat is everything I've got on display, really.
Is that a reference to Oblivion? Don't try and haggle. Because obviously in Oblivion you could haggle. Haggling was a thing. It was awful. But it was a thing. Just because it was a thing didn't mean it wasn't awful. It's one of those things that's like, I don't really care if Sky Oblivion brings it back or not, because it's kind of pointless.
Come back when you need more meat.
It's a fine day with you around.
I mostly deal with pigs. Thievery and drunken duels.
I do own this, and that's why she's my friend. Oh, I own that too. Oh, okay. I think one of them was close to Dawn Star, so let's see where we go from here, and just go. That's where we go from here. I think one was near Dawn Star. Pop way up now, I'll go past Old Herald and go back down through Falkreath that way. See if I can't pick up those notes about smithing the stuff.
Hold! Now cast!
Which bloody junction is Old Herald and south by the looks of it.
Hold! Now cast!
Yeah, but haggling is a system I wouldn't care either way if it came back. It's just kind of pointless. I think Old Rollins. Oh, I can never navigate the Reach properly.
Hail! Ah, but you look tired. Ah, nothing like... Cheers, my friend. May your adventures find you fame and fortune.
You know, I just feel wrong not doing that. If you don't accept, they might actually turn hostile. Especially if you offer them Blackbriar. I mean, that will turn them hostile, guaranteed. If I remember correctly. You know, so much any of Riften's problems in particular will be solved just by getting rid of the Blackbriars. Just wipe them out. Like, kill Maven and her brood, and guess what? Riften probably wouldn't be in so much shit. The Thieves Guild will be rudderless, because they are basically just Maven's thugs. You know, pretty much all the main quest line is just like... It's either getting revenge on Mercer, who actually dared thieve, and then... Yeah, but he also stole from his guild, which was like a big no-no. Or, you know, just be Maven's personal thug. And sometimes both. Find my way around. I can never find an official way to Old Herald, so I'm going on the unofficial route.
Now test!
GG.
This one's a favorite of mine.
I fought by your... It's been an honor to serve you. Remember our lessons from the sword masters of Alcare? Let me show you a few things you may have forgotten before we leave
For the
home.
voice-wielding power of the age sword art.
Why the hell is he in the end?
The dragonborn.
I don't think he was supposed to be in it. Or does he actually go to like these random little baby inns?
Beware, beware, the dragonborn comes. For the dark.
Maybe he actually does what he says. He actually does go around to the little inns. I'm just kind of disturbed. Okie dokie. Arcing Fan, this is its own thing and I don't really want to start it, so... There it is, Seducer's base, it's Neo Windhelm. Oh, must be the second one that's like right next to Dawnstar. Maybe, who knows.
Ruled? Now test!
Zoom. What the f...
The longer we travel the roads of Skyrim, the more empty this land seems.
What's a milk drinker like? Why? What are you gonna do? No need to get rough. A fight.
Someone do something! Someone do something! Someone do something!
Someone do something! Someone do something! Someone do something!
What?
This should be good.
Some come to buy.
What the fuck?
Others come to steal. Khajiit shows no mercy.
What about Khajiit? A scared senseless a fight that's not even a fight. Fucking hell, how much response is this guy? The Khajiit idiots are none the wiser. I think something was wrong there. They were like finding a fight that wasn't actually happening. Sometimes Skyrim just is weird. You know, you think you've seen it all, but you still find more. That's the beauty of an that's the beauty of a Bethesda RPG is, even though you've put way too many hours into them, you still find new shit. Oh no, Sabacat. I said it's a Sabacat. And it's dead now. An axe of crap. Okay, I need to head a little further south. Hand cream because this fucking dehumidifier saps all the moisture out of my body.
Hold. Now test.
Oh no! Bush on skillies! You know, my shouts are on cooldown. Uh-oh.
Roll or shoot.
Bloody hell! I only have them all left! I'm in the middle of a skeleton war. Even in death, the Nords and the Bretons can't get along. I didn't hit that one.
Hold. Now cast.
Random hunter. Random hunter.
I've been hunting it. Take a look.
I will buy you, or nothing, and give you a Forsworn bow. No! Wolves!
I guess I was just hearing someone there.
Fools! Oh no! Felon trolls. So useless. Just, at least they don't make the weird noises they did in Oblivion. That was just laughable. That's something I wonder. Will Skyblivion use the original creature sound effects? Because they are terrible. I mean, we have Squeal Like a Piggy and the wooing trolls, which are awful. I mean, obviously Skywind will have to come up with new ones because they're not using anything in Morrowind because, like, there's nothing worth using from Morrowind. The sound effects are awful. Oh, in wolves! There's so many wolves. What's that? Is that a random hunter that's about to bite at us? I think it is. Yep, random hunter.
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years.
No one.
It's not like my. Take a look.
Take my force, my. Take something cheap. Take some steel dagger. Might even up your firepower a bit.
Next time.
How did it? She's gone. Wolves! Oh no! Shout's locked up. Great. I love when that happens. Save me. The Skelly army has arrived. What? What is this? Night of the Skellies? Look at the Skellies. What is this like? Seriously, what is this? Night of Skellies or something? Oh, you're a crossbow Skelly, you suck. Miss. 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 Didn't charge fully. Damn. Me stupid. And oh shit. That's got more range than I thought it had. Damn it. Oh well. That's just me being stupid. I didn't even get sent to Skyward. It's like that hunter that ain't coming back. Yeah, that hunter is not gonna come back, is it? What's my armor rating? Just curious. 349, a pretty reasonable amount. I knew. Trolls is. Overcorrected on that swing, and it's down. Which way was I going again? On the right side of the Matan. That's good. A bear! Pack of bearlings and some. What? Why was the little wolf cubs living with the bear? That makes no sense.
I've been hunting. Take a look.
Buy my steel daggers. I know you want them.
Someone do something. Someone there.
Oh, now it's the Ghost Skelly's army, is it? Yep, Ghost Skelly army this time. Why is this night as Skellies? Splat. Well, when you have a tree land on your head, it's gonna go splat, isn't it? Don't you put your weapon away, you giant tree monster? I have an idea. Oh, you fat beast! How much space do you need? Land your fat ass. See, was that so hard? Just land your fat ass and whack it with a wing. No. Power is force times mass or something like that. And, well, Alduin's power must be enormous because look at that mass. So, it's on the other side of this little turd of a mountain, isn't it? Yep. I'm getting very bad with navigation recently. Flower, flower. Let's see. Ooh, they draw. So basically, Golden State armor is shit materials, while Dark Seducer armor is basically as good as Daedric stuff with a bit of Quicksilver mixed in. Okay. And Guardian Wolf, Frequent Bastion. Do Guardian Wolf first. Alduin's an immense mass is flying around somewhere.
Hold, now cast.
Who knew? It's a bear. Bonk. Okay. It's now a dead bear. Or an ex-bear, if you will. Seriously, Night of the Skellies. It's just Night of the Skellies today. Night of the Walking Bones, if you will. Yeah, because you gotta give it a cheesy title. Oh, that must have been... Okay, I'm gonna gather that was Alduin's fat ass flying by.
Hold. Now cast.
Yep, the Vigilants are dying. I mean, I would... Stop running backwards, you coward! Oh, Alden's fat ass is alright. That cannot be fucking Noble on a horse again. That Vigilant was so outmanned. Steel horse. It's Noble on a horse again. Guardian Wolf first. Dare I cross the Lod Zone? Look, wolves. Wolf in wolves. Why do I get the impression that despite the fact that Froki's in the middle of fucking nowhere and is actually quite dangerous to get to, that you're supposed to encounter him really early? Is that a hunter on a horse, son? That's a new one. Or the Noble and its bodyguard died and the horse lived. One of the two. You can never be 100% sure with Noble on a horse, can you? Because fuck Noble on a horse, it's such a boring random encounter. And it was like, it would be hand training you rude little Valkyhar. You deserve to die for your stupid name and your rudeness. How would? Messy creatures, aren't they, these vampires? Look at them. You're supposed to drink the blood, not get it all over the floor. Blood's for drinking, not for spilling. Messy creatures. Oh, just out of curiosity. No, it's just a skylight. Is that it? There it is. Oh no! Skeevers! More skellies! You know, if you're gonna raise the dead, why raise a skeleton? Ooh. Dink, dink, dink. Oh, that's the meat. That's the masher. That's the corpse masher. Oh no! Skellies! You know, the life energies that bind a skelly together are clearly crap, because a skelly just collapses at the slightest thing. Daedric arrows, eh? Unusually the good stuff. Yeah. It did find its way past the candle eventually. Cheap vampire. Oh no! Skellies! Not the skellies! They're so useless! I know, skellies. What do you call a fat skeleton? A skeleton. Yeah, that was bad. What do the dead use to weigh things? Skeletons. Yeah. Yeah, coming up with crap skeleton jokes. Oh, that monitor is useless. Oh, give me a sec. What kind of... You gotta reset it, otherwise it turns itself off with input. What I'm supposed to do if it's getting no input. Eco bollocks has gone too far. Frequent Bastion is huge. Yes, I'm sure you may feed again. You can feast on the blood on my axe. No, you don't yield. If you yield, you cease combat. Bad vampires. Oh, now, is this actually the right way? It appears to be, because I always get this way wrong. I always end up going the wrong way in here. Because one way is a route through the mountains, the other takes you... Yes, this is the right way. No, it's only a Drogo. Oh, a very good one. Burn it into my mind. You'll burn it into your mind, that's what you do. What a great overlook. Like, this is one of those doors that like you seriously question the purpose of. Why do I hear skelly bones? Oh, great. Alduin's fat ass has spawned in. See, Alduin, sometimes you just got to tell a fat worm to go. Oop, there it is. I was looking for this, I know it's here. Dino's bottomless pack. And yeah, I just happened to know it was, it's one of those things that you just learn it's there. Yeah, I might as well find Yawn's drum while I'm here. And I'm in the general vicinity. You know, you go off with a specific goal and you end up doing something different. That's Skyrim. It encourages you to do other shit, not just follow the main quests. You know, you do side quests and fun shit.
Gotta keep my eyes open.
Someone's here! Torch!
Trouble?
Okie dokie, so how does... Oh, it's straight ahead.
I need to ask you to stop. Good. Glad we straightened that out.
Oh no! It looks impassable. No one ever said climbing a mountain was the job for the normal. Boing. Boing. See, there's a simple joy to be had in just climbing the mountains. Oh. I did cock that up. Oh, there's a hill that goes around. Look, is this a skelly army or a goblin army or a fucking pack of wolves? The ghosts versus the big monster spriggan. Hey, Buttzilla, get in here. Boom. An earthquake felt across Tamriel every time that thing lands. Oh yeah, these bandit ghosts are Oblivion style. Where's the fatness land? That spring can't hurt that ghost. That ghost is dying now. Shouts hurt them. Yay, healthy as can. It has a cairn outside it. Yeah, no one ever says this isn't evil. Is Rion's drum above? Yeah. Just making sure. I don't need your key, but I'll use it anyway. God, can you imagine like the keychain fun? You know, every time you're trying to do, you try and open a door, it's like, oh shit, which keychain is it? And you just go cycling through all 100 keys. Oh, the living shall fear the dead. Really? I should fear you, should I? Fish through that ectoplasmic residue. Does it? I think death comes for you now. And you, to Roger. He was the gatekeeper, was he? Well, I'm the keymaster. Well, well. Snaky, snaky. Wait. Bird. Bird, bird. Fish, and where's that lever? But, because I'm curious. I need to know what's behind the door. No, I broke lockpick. No, no, yay. Magic mushrooms, you say? They are magic mushrooms, you know. They have magical properties, therefore they are magic mushrooms. Maybe I can make some good skooma with them. You know, that's something I love about gaming and fictional universes in general, is like, it's perfectly okay to have drugs in them, they just can't be named after real drugs. I mean, in Elder Scrolls it's skooma and moon sugar. In Star Wars, for example, it's spice. You know, they can get away with having drugs. They just can't be named after drugs. Oh, he's only a ghost. Oh, yes, he's... Yeah, by vanilla boss standards, this guy's actually quite unique. I mean, he does different shit. And he's down now. One evil staff. Calms and soul traps. Beyond's drum. A Varla stone. Quite why alien. I guess the Nords did plunder the alien ruins, so. A jewel ring. Not jewel ring. My magic mushrooms. Green mushrooms. Useful in making potoins of magical properties. Ooh, mushrooms. Stretchy, stretchy. That must be solitudes. Yeah. Ah. The roof wax. Oh no. So north and off towards Vint. So north. See, Alduin doesn't follow inside. Guess she's not a spirit dragon. Really, through Falkreath again? I'm gonna skirt around Falkreath. It's often quicker to skirt around it than just to go through it. I do remember abusing my block skill up on PS3, sorry, derp, in Falkreath. I went to Cigar Barracks, whacked one of them, and then a whole lot of them just came up and I put myself in a corner and just held block down and just cheated up block because they couldn't actually hurt me, they were too weak. Yeah, because they kind of were weak. Because the guards are. That's something I wonder if Skyrim Oblivion will bring back. I mean, I know it's doable because Immersive Creatures does it, so is there ghosts requiring magic or Daedric or silver weapons? Yeah, magic and shoes, magic and enchantments. Oh, this place is still cleared out while I came through as a were-beast. And yet it still goes off anyway. I know to simulate the banditos dropping it, but when the banditos are dead, it doesn't make much sense. Greetings. And a cool. They be fucking with their own nature. I don't need to fuck with the nature, because the nature fucks with me. And then it dies. Is it just me, or is this where Lakeside Manor goes? I mean, it's near Pint Watch. It's relatively flat. I'm thinking this might be where Lakeside Manor goes, maybe? I think it's it. Or, no, it's like, no, it's there. It's that hole through this mountain. Falkreath, why are you always so miserable? It's so horrible weather in Falkreath. Without fail. Always. You know, at least it's not raining. Read that like Preston. Listen to that like Preston Garb. Whoa.
I've been hunting and fishing in these
Okay. No. He's sure they're not a prospector rather than a hunter. Because hunters, you know, hunt animals. Living things, not rock. Whee! Splat. Sploot. Riverwood. ETAC is so nice. I mean, this is purely a non-vanilla building, and yet it feels, well, vanilla.
No one has better pelts than
me. ETAC is great. It's, I really like the rebuilt ETAC. It's one of those things where I'm really, really happy to wait for it as well because it's so good. The Delphine special. I don't own it. You knew you had to. It's Delphine. You have to. You know you wanna. There are some things you just know you want to do, and overpriced Delphine? Oh yes. That's definitely one of them. Let's get rid of the Falkreath weather. Special edition's so nice on a pretty day. I do feel like I'm not the one person in the world who doesn't run a disgusting EMB on everything. I mean, just appreciate the natural beauty of Skyrim, rather than some grotesquely processed thing. You know, I saw there was a mod on the Nexus recently for Fallout 4, like an easy to read UI preset for like the Fallout 4's UI mod that like don't really offer anything, so there's like no reason to ever have it. But you know, unless you really hate the vanilla AI or have like a ridiculously wide screen, because that apparently the vanilla UI has issues. But it's like the first screenshot in particular was so horrible. it was so... EMB was so aggressive that you couldn't actually see anything and it was painful on the eyes. And every comment that wasn't from the creator of the preset was saying kind of like how ironic it was that it was supposedly easy to look at preset, had these screenshots which were horrible to look at, with like over aggressive depth of field and everything. It was really painful to see. And it was like, just ironic. Some things are. Whether they had any idea. Because I think, to me, when you're doing like something like a UI preset, you sort of show off the same screen, but try and trigger all the UI elements. Preferably something like really neutral location, not something with like an over-processed STMB on it, for example. Like, when you're taking a picture of a mod, use vanilla lighting, please. Don't use an EMB. Turn it off for a brief second. If you're taking screenshots for a mod, showing off the mod, ideally you should do it without custom textures, but they're like a real faff to remove. But like, when you're, like, my textures, apart from like some of the medium-born stuff like Dwarven, like Iron, Steel and Dwarven, which makes them de-ugly, because bloody hell, vanilla Dwarven is ugly. But I think the mud crab was winning. That kind of says how pathetic saber cats are. It's like a mud crab was beating them. And that's another thing I hope Sky Oblivion will bring back. It's stupid, but I want the combat music every fight. Every time there's a mud crab nearby, I want it to start blurting out that combat music. Like there's no tomorrow. It's silly. Oh no! Mirakian cultists. I'll show you who's the Dragonborn. Did they just... They warded. She gets. You will you? Where's Alduin's mighty ass when you need her? You are the Mirax, the one true Dragonborn, eh? Where the hell have you gone? Whee! Splatter. Will it? Because blood don't flow when you cast spells like a bitch. Your blood will flow. I like to take a pit. I like to mess around with NPCs sometimes. You just make your own fun. Uh-oh, did I see like magic effect or snow? Shit. Got to reset the shout my hands are super dragon because that fucking dehumidifier. It lingers, it's awful. It just dries you out. Hence all the sniffing. It's not because I've got a bloody seasonal cold. No, it's because that fucking dehumidifier sapped all the moisture from my body. Ooh, Croesus is done. Uh-oh. Actual combat music. What is this nonsense? Shouts locked up. I love how often shouts just lock up. Oh. Dragonrend in particular locks up really badly. I don't know why, but Dragonrend in particular is really bad for it. Vomit dragon. Oh, that's sickening. Sometimes when you just fall too far, it is sickening. You feel a bit ill. You just splat on the ground. Then again, then there's Morrowind, where you could just jump all the way from Vivek to Solstheim. From Vivek to Castle Karstag, poof, one jump. Because Acrobacy was broken. And Skywind have actually confirmed that Acrobacy is not coming back in its full form. It's not worth being a skill. And I'm not even sure if they were actually going to bother you putting it in properly at all. Because it's kind of like... There's like one use for Acrobacy. Breaking shit. Considering they balance levitation as well by making it a case of you actually have to channel it rather than just floating forever, which is really stupid. Delicious storm cloaks. Why do they feel they can fight me? Pathetic creatures. Nom 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 nom. Yum yum. Delicious storm cloaks. Can't go wrong with eating storm cloaks, can you? Can you? No, it's faster than me. Quite a lot faster. And we'll save the bandits. Cannibalizing my kind. Let's just take you up to your camp. You'd think this would be able to tear these barricades down like they were nothing, but clearly not. Well, let's just wait off that Stormcloak meal. Oof. Ah, these Stormcloaks are so fattening. Need to dump some shite. Bandidine armor. Dude. Bandits Newton hidden treasure. Was that Dark Seducer armor? So it was. Let's see what it looks like. It's very faithful to the Oblivion one, like extremely faithful. $77, so it's better than Elven. Better than Forsworn. Much better than Third. Yeah, so it's 81? What was it? 7, so it's slightly worse than Glass, so it must be equivalent to Scaled, maybe? No? So it's... Wait, 68. What was the Dark Seducer stuff again? 77. So it's... actually pretty good. In terms of light armor, it's third best. So that's pretty good. Yeah. Get to Winston Manor. Leave that. No, the question is that a potion or something? Mystic Venom. It's not very good. But I was expecting it to be better than that. Oh no, it's like right down the road. So what did I get? Dawn's... Oh, I don't know. It's a goat. Stupid dog. It's a goat. Let's just go to that camp. Really? Like, they're almost within line of... Wait. He's going to die.
Hail, Nightingale. Luck has shot. Good luck out there.
Yeah, he's doomed. Dump that steel armor. It weighs half a ton. Never should have come in. What the f- He's spam summoning! Barracks Journal. Oh, I've got to return to Restart. Ugh. Ooh, DeviantART. Where is Restart at the moment? That's the question, isn't it? Oh god, he's in fucking Markov. Well, I'll call that an end. It's roughly time and made up for being late, so. However, just a little. Just because I've missed it. Help. Is that the playable one or a non-playable one? Oof. Because there's a playable one and a non-playable one. That's the playable one. Just showing off what it looks like. Again, very faithful. Yeah, no, 20 sharpling on it. I thought I might as well show that off. Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's not get a glow on the eyes. Anyway, that is the end of the stream. Thank you for watching. Subscribe or donate if you want. Donation links in the description as per usual, as is a list of all past live streams. Don't forget to like the stream, it helps YouTube's terrible metrics, so. Good! Oh, and have a good new year. Good! Bye! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. I need more hand cream. 4, 3, 2, 1. Cease.